Okay, today I'm going to be doing something that I've kind of wanted to do for a very long time. One of the first modifications I did to my car was get a seat cover, or it's not a seat cover, it's an armrest cover for the center console here. In my old RAV, this got extremely dirty, and so I wanted to protect the original one, so it looks just like what's underneath. But it is a cover. You can see there's Velcro here, and it's all taped up from around it, but you wouldn't even tell. And I initially, this was silver, like a silver white, and it looked really cool in the car originally, because nothing else, I didn't do any other modifications that you see. None of this blue was here. This was the first one, and in an all black interior, the white really popped. But once I started doing all the blue and everything, what I did was I took a blue Sharpie and painted this to be blue. It's kind of faded over time, and I've kind of redid it a few times, but you can still see there's like a blue hint to the string itself. But I always thought, you know, since I'm going with the blue theme and I don't want to keep using a Sharpie on my center console, I'm just going to buy a second one. So this is what it looked like originally. You can see the white trimming there. Really made the place look classy when it was just that white strip in the middle and everything else black. But again, because I'm going with the blue theme, what I thought would be better was get some blue string like this and try to rethread with the blue stuff. So I think this is going to be really awesome. I didn't want to use the one I had because I like I said, I used a Sharpie, and there's certain spots where I ended up painting this instead of the string itself. So, and even if this doesn't work out, I still have at least this one to fall back to. So we're gonna see how this goes, and yeah, try to restring it with some awesome blue thread that I was able to find. I think that's gonna really bring everything together and look super nice. And I would have to, I finally stopped sharpieing my car. So let's see how this goes. Alright, started doing this one up. Bit of a learning curve as I get going here, but I think I figured it out how to do this. So you can see I started to thread a little bit of the blue on the top. I think that's a great color. It's really going to work really well when it's all said and done. The bottom, you can obviously tell is machine done, and they like come in and out almost exactly back to back to back. I started doing that, but it became very difficult to like loop it around, and it wasn't doing it very evenly. So what I started to do is unthread the white, and so you can see exactly where the holes are, and then do every other one. So I'm going to do in and out, in and out, in and out, all the way down, and then backtrack and do the opposite. And then that way it all kind of meshes up and evens out, and should look pretty good, similar to the white ones down below. Also differently, I noticed there's like this plastic string that's actually holding the white thread down. The white thread is almost like on top of the what is this called, the leather itself, and you can see it gets looped through the plastic bit there, because this is like a plastic string, and then that's probably like locked down really tight with you know, some kind of machine pull. So what I've been doing here is first of all unthreading. I'm just kind of taking it and go like whoop. Just on down the line to get it to come out. Once that's all done, I'll do the rest of the blue and just go, like I said, using the predetermined holes, in and out, in and out, in and out, so it's all evenly spaced, and then back the same way from whence it came. So hopefully it's all gonna look real good once it's all done. Alright, halfway home with this thing, or I guess I should say 1/4 of the way home. You can see the difference there. I went up and down, up and down, up and down through one cycle. Then I'm going to go back and do the other side, but here's just to compare what this looks like right now. I think it looks pretty good. Even if I left it alone with the white, I think that kind of looks a little neat. But I'm going to do the other side too. Once I finish this first part, hopefully I can get it back to where it will go in and out the other way. And I gotta say, it was a bit of a struggle to get to this point. It took a lot longer than I thought just to do, you know, one loop back. But now that I kind of know what I'm doing, maybe it'll go a little faster. But when it's all said and done, I think it's going to look really nice. And yeah, we'll see what that does whenever I finish this. Okay, well, I am finally halfway done, at least. I think it's looking really, really good, but it's also taking a heck of a longer than I thought. You can see the comparison between the original and the way it's looking now. I think that's a great color, and it's really going to look good when it's on the car. I just got to get through this other half, which again is taking me a lot longer than I thought. I thought I'd knock this out in like 4 or 5 hours, but here I am 2.5 months later, you know, doing maybe 10-30 minutes at a time, and I'm only halfway. So you know, I just have other things I've been working on and other, you know, projects. Christmas was in there too. So hopefully the second half goes a lot faster because I know what I'm doing. But you know, for what it is, I think it's looking pretty good. You know, I didn't know what to expect coming out of the gate, but you know, we're looking pretty good here. So hopefully I can finish this last bit up and finally get it on the car. Finally, after months and months and months, I think I've been at this almost a year. Finally got everything threaded and looking nice. It turned out better than I thought it was going to initially, but also took a heck of a lot longer getting all those threads in. I just didn't want to work on it. Like, there was like a 4 or 3 month period where I just didn't even bother or forgot about it and whatnot, but finally got there. There are some minor flaws that I wish I could have done better, like when I was threading the last bit. This end part over here looks a little weird. I think it's because there was some looseness in the first pass, and then when I came back the other way and tightened it up, it just made it a little bit funky looking. So, you know, for what it is, for what I tried, it's not too bad. Everything else kind of came out pretty nice, I think. There was a lot more parts where I had to like break it, because like threading it through like really frayed it at times, so you'll see a lot of like knots and things underneath where I had to stop and restart. But no matter, we got through it and we're gonna put it on. So here's the old one. This is the exact same thing. Anyway, now that we got the thread, the rethreaded, we can take this off and put that one on and then see how it looks from there. Well, here's the original underneath. I have not taken off this cover since I put it on maybe a year and a half ago or so. So I wasn't sure if it would leave any marks or anything, but I don't think so. Everything looks pretty good. There's a little line right here. I don't know if that's original to the car or that's from the thing. I'm a little concerned about what these little knots and stuff will do. Hopefully that doesn't leave a mark underneath, but you know, in theory I'll never see it if it does, because it's going to be, you know, all covered up. So the original design is black on black, but obviously I'm going with black on blue, so I'll put this on and then we can take a look at what it looks like after this change. And there it is. So first impressions, honestly, I'm not as impressed as I thought I was going to be. Once you stretch it all out like this onto the seat cover, you can see the differences in, I guess, whatever's going on down here. It looks a little goofy to me, so I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not. I'll keep it on there for now, I guess, because I did spend like 10 months putting this together, off and on. But yeah, I don't know if the video does it justice. It probably looks better in the video than it does in real life. So I don't know if I like this or not. It, I guess, matches the seats, but I don't know. We'll play around with this some more and see if I'm going to keep this. But I might fall back to that guy. So I don't know yet. We'll see what happens there. But for now, I'm glad this is over with. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Because it was just taking too long, and it's very time consuming to go through every one of these to rethread, and it was just a pain. So I'm glad it's over with. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I tried it. I don't know if I'm going to keep it yet.